Welcome back to Important Updates, global news without the noise. Subscribe to stay updated. I'm sure you've heard the news. The world is in the middle of an energy revolution, and the stakes have never been higher. The world today runs on energy. It's the lifeblood of our global economy, pulsing through every city, every home, and every device we use. Energy is the invisible force that powers our daily lives, from the moment we wake up to the time we go to sleep. From lighting our homes and keeping us warm, to charging our phones and fueling our cars, everything depends on a steady, reliable flow of electricity. For over a century, fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas have driven this progress, powering industries and connecting continents. But burning these fuels has come at a steep cost: a warming planet, rising sea levels, and increasingly extreme weather events that threaten our way of life. Now, the old way of powering our lives is no longer sustainable. The world is waking up to the urgent need for change. We stand at a crossroads. A global race to find cleaner, more sustainable energy is underway, with innovation accelerating every day. Every nation recognizes the urgency. This transition is about survival, security, and economic leadership in a rapidly changing world. The countries that lead this transformation will shape the industries, technologies, and jobs of the future, setting the pace for decades to come. The quest is on for power that doesn't harm the planet, redrawing the map of global influence and forging new alliances. We're moving from energy buried beneath the ground to energy captured from above. The limitless power of the sun and wind. This shift is happening faster than anyone predicted, forcing governments, businesses, and individuals everywhere to adapt and innovate. The story of energy is now the story of our future, a future that will be shaped by the choices we make today. The decisions we make now will define the world of tomorrow, impacting generations to come. The race for clean energy is the defining challenge of our time, and it's a race we can't afford to lose. So, what exactly is new energy tech? It's a term you'll hear more and more as the world shifts toward cleaner, smarter ways to power our lives. New energy tech is the hardware of the green revolution, innovative tools and systems that generate, store, and use energy in ways that are clean, efficient, and sustainable for the planet. Solar panels and wind turbines are the most visible examples, turning sunlight and wind into electricity with no emissions. These technologies are now found everywhere, from rural fields to city rooftops. But renewables are only part of the puzzle. There's much more happening behind the scenes. Energy storage, especially massive battery systems, makes renewables reliable, keeping the lights on when the sun sets or the wind dies. Electric vehicles, from cars to buses and delivery trucks, are transforming transportation, cutting emissions and cleaning city air. These vehicles are helping cities become quieter and healthier places to live. Heat pumps and other efficient electric appliances are changing how we heat and cool our homes, making them more comfortable and energy smart. All these technologies work together, forming a connected system that can finally break our dependence on fossil fuels and reshape how we power our world. It's not about finding new oil. It's about building a new energy system from the ground up, using innovation and collaboration. The green revolution is here, and these are its building blocks. Every new project, every new technology, brings us closer to a cleaner future. The world is racing to adopt them, with countries and companies investing billions to scale up these solutions. The question is, who will lead this transformation and set the pace for the rest of the world? The answer is being written right now, and it's shaping the future for generations to come. When it comes to new energy tech, China has become the global leader. This was no accident. It was a deliberate strategy. Seeing clean energy as the economic opportunity of the century, China invested billions in solar, batteries, and EVs. The government created a huge domestic market, protected local companies, and drove costs down through scale. Chinese firms built the world's largest factories, outpacing Western competitors. Today, China produces over 80% of the world's solar panels, 90% of rare earth minerals, and 75% of lithium-ion batteries. It's not just the world's factory, it's the world's green tech powerhouse. This dominance gives China immense leverage in the new energy landscape. While others talked, China built. Now, the world depends on Chinese technology to power the clean energy transition. The balance of power is shifting. The green revolution has a new leader. For years, the West lagged behind in the clean energy race, remaining deeply invested in oil and gas. Their economies and infrastructure were built around fossil fuels, and the transition to renewables seemed slow and uncertain. Meanwhile, China was quietly and steadily building its green tech empire, investing heavily in solar panels, batteries, and electric vehicles. But then, a wave of climate disasters and global energy crises struck, making the need for clean energy not just important but urgent and immediate. In response, Western governments passed sweeping new laws and poured billions into green technology, hoping to catch up. But when it came time to actually buy solar panels, batteries, and electric vehicles, they all turned to China. China had the manufacturing power and the hardware. The West brought ambition, urgency, and deep pockets. This created a new dependency. Now the West needs Chinese technology to meet its climate and energy goals. It's a strange paradox. Leaders talk about reducing reliance on China, yet they're buying more from it than ever before. The result? A frantic global rush to buy, as everyone scrambles to secure the tools for the green transition. The world's biggest economies are now customers in China's green tech marketplace, competing for limited supply. The shopping spree is on, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The future is being bought. Fast. And the outcome will shape the world for decades to come. The rush to secure green technology has triggered a global panic buying spree. Countries and corporations are scrambling to lock in supplies, fearing shortages, price hikes, or geopolitical disruptions. The first fear time. Climate deadlines are looming, and building clean energy infrastructure takes years. The second cost. As demand soars, prices could spike, or tariffs could make Chinese tech more expensive. The third, geopolitics. Tensions with China could cut off access to critical components overnight. Western nations are stockpiling solar panels, batteries, and minerals, hedging against future shocks. It's a race to the front of the line, driven by urgency and anxiety. The world is buying now, before it's too late. The green transition has become a global scramble. The panic is real. The clock is ticking. What's the West buying from China? Everything needed for the green transition. Solar panels top the list, ordered by utilities and developers in record numbers. Next, batteries, the heart of electric vehicles and energy storage, supplied by Chinese giants like CATL and BYD. Western automakers and energy companies are signing huge deals to keep up with demand. Chinese electric vehicles, buses, and trucks are flooding markets from Europe to Latin America. Even charging stations and key components like inverters and rare earth magnets come from China. The West isn't just buying products, it's buying entire technological ecosystems. China controls the supply chain from raw materials to finished goods. The dependency is deep and growing. The Green Revolution's engine is made in China. The world's shopping cart is full, and it's all stamped Made in China. This global buying spree has real impacts on everyday life. Affordable Chinese tech means faster, cheaper clean energy, lower bills, cleaner air, and more electric cars on the road. Solar panels and batteries are showing up everywhere, from homes to schools to city buses. Competition from China is pushing Western companies to innovate and cut prices, making green tech more accessible. But there's a downside: dependence on China risks hollowing out local industries and jobs. Critical infrastructure is now tied to a strategic rival, creating economic and security vulnerabilities. If supplies are disrupted, the energy transition could stall. It's a trade-off: speed and affordability versus security and self-reliance. The green revolution is coming to your street, but it comes with new risks. The choices made now will shape your community's future. The stakes are personal. The West faces a choice: remain dependent on China, or build its own green tech supply chains. One path is reshoring, investing billions to manufacture solar panels, batteries, and EVs at home or with allies. This means more security and local jobs, but higher costs and a slower transition. The other path is managed interdependence, balancing domestic production with continued reliance on China, while diversifying suppliers. This approach is pragmatic but complex, requiring diplomacy and trust. Both paths have risks. Trade wars could slow climate progress, while overdependence could threaten security. The world could split into competing green tech blocs, or find ways to cooperate. The decisions made now will shape the global order and the climate fight. There's no easy answer. The future depends on how we navigate this fork in the road. The next decade is critical. The world is watching. We're at a turning point. Global cooperation is needed to fight climate change, but competition is heating up. China's green tech dominance has made the clean transition possible and affordable, but it's also created new vulnerabilities. The West's scramble to build its own supply chains is a rational response, but risks dividing the world. Healthy competition can drive innovation and lower costs, but destructive rivalry could stall progress. The challenge is to compete and cooperate at the same time, building resilient local industries while staying engaged globally. National security must be balanced with climate goals. The choices we make now, walls or bridges, collision or cooperation, will shape the future. The world needs both resilience and partnership. The green revolution's success depends on finding that balance. The clock is ticking. The stakes are nothing less than the health of the planet. The next move is ours. The world is watching.